One of the components of President Obama's governing philosophy is transparency. But senior White House correspondent Major Garrett reports the contradictions between what the president has promised and what his administration has done so far are pretty clear.
I have a track record of transparency. I'll make our government open and transparent. We'll do it in a transparent way. I want transparency, I want accountability, so that the American people can be involved in their own government.
It wasn't the biggest word on the campaign trail, that was change, but transparency was a big part of the change Mr. Obama promised to bring to the White House. And from the president's vow on his first full day in office,
I will also hold myself as president to a new standard of openness.
Reporters have tried to keep the windows on government open.
And in terms of transparency, why didn't you show the world this?
A lot of the discussions were behind closed doors.
The taxpayers probably would like to know more about it.
He doesn't believe in transparency?
Okay. 50 days into his administration, how is the president doing on transparency?
Have they done it right on every occasion? Clearly no, but at 50 days in, it's too early to really give them a grade on transparency. They seem to be making an effort.
The White House argues it's opened up serious policy discussions to the public, such as summits on fiscal responsibility and health care reform. The White House even sent streaming video to the White House website. It also created a separate website to track stimulus spending. But it's violated a campaign promise to post bills ready for signing on the web 5 days before they are signed. And after saying almost no lobbyists would work for it, the White House still hasn't said how many now hold top administration posts or released waivers explaining why the former lobbyists deserve jobs in the first place. But the biggest transparency battle is yet to come. Will the public ever learn which banks received bailout billions and how much the government paid for certain assets? Vermont Independent Bernie Sanders recently demanded that Federal Reserve Chairman Ben Bernanke lift the veil.
Tell us who they are. No, because the reason that is counterproductive and will destroy the value of the program is that banks will not come to the...
Isn't that too bad?
Treasury Secretary Tim Geithner has promised to open up the bailout process, but like the Fed, Treasury doesn't want to name banks. Watchdog groups say this is an acid test for Mr. Obama's commitment to transparency.
It's taxpayer dollars, and we as taxpayers then have a right to know where that money is going. And I just can't understand why there should be any secrecy about that.
A top Treasury official recently told Congress the department could not adequately price the assets it bought in the first phase of the bailout. Republicans say the software exists to do it, and taxpayers specifically and the economy in general need it.
Implementation has to be very, very quick if we're going to get financial certainty back to the markets.
At a hearing tomorrow, Congressman Issa will press Treasury Department officials to use available software the government is already using elsewhere, to track asset prices and the flow of bailout dollars. On this score, he and other lawmakers say transparency just isn't about good government. It may hold a key to reviving the economy. At the White House, Major Garrett, Fox